tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets. In the bright glow of the dawn, I see myself clearly, bringing in a new day. The old way of doing things is done. I don't care what you say. Monsters don't sleep under your bed. They sleep inside your head. And if you haven't done the shadow work and left behind is where you stay. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the street. We gotta protect plus homeschool. Our babies is a must. They not just no moms, but also no posses. Mola, worshiping pedophiles. Wanna feed our children's spirits to robots. Turn all of us from carbon-based to silicone-based. Should be where the shit show stops. Get back to doing for ourselves. Water system irrigation and grow crops. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets. I'm saying I'm not some master teacher. No, am I some pastor or preacher? Was released represented with this passion to speak of. After doing 25 years in the beast cuffs. Realize they tried to teach us spiritual, mental, physical diet. They tried to feed us the fire of our ancestors resides in each of us. With that, I'm inspired to turn this heat up. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to war with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets.
We're really approaching almost like it's a Frankenstein moment. And they're framing it to us as, innovation, right? Where we should all be so excited that this is happening. And, I equate it to like the Golem bringing in like these robots. They would like to feed our life force to learn us in every tiny detail, not to empower us, but to actually transform us into a robotic simulation that is under their full control.
Come on. In the tent, baby. It's big. I mean, you can see 10, 14 people in here. It's got a breezeway, walkthrough, blah, blah. It's big. I've had it for a long time. For the summer, but we turned it into like winter.
A crown slash helmet, so my aircraft still spit. Can't be tied down like even sheep built it. I look down, I see green like a Celtic. My heat pulverizes, the cheese is melted. The remnants of cash money, I dispelled it. You did the fusions in my eyes, I beheld it. The finger fucked that caused my hand, I dealt it. Felt the vibration from the gut of my pelvic. It bust off on some ices and veil shit. So radiant, I keep a dark room well lit. Cause you little goofies are well quick. Body for real marquee velvet. Body you not for Mars, is a female's clip. As a kid, all I did was fight. I did the bit with a knife. I know I can spit my flows to shit to a fly though. Haters wanna crucify a real man. I still stand with the still hand, but we're Hiller man. It's not Cypress Hill. I'm Tuttle Sheep. I'm one tough cookie. I don't follow our set standards. To catch me, you gon' have to do more to scamper. Need more to scanners. I'm off the radar. I am as you goofies play God. Some worship the Christ, others pray to Allah. Chase a high, drink paper or bruh. You stagnated, well I straight evolve. At a rate, I'm dated space ace for y'all. Buster stuck in the cage, face off. After it shaped the state, use a fake, a fraud. Battlestar intergalactic, my mindset. Perfect comes from practice, so I rhyme best. I excel like I'm climbing a step. You got a lot to learn. I am adept, you of no concern. I am a threat. My measurement, width, lift, height, and depth. I'm just piracy up. Flying a jet, straight to adversary. Martial Chronicles like Ray Bradbury. I'm a thorough guy, goddammit. Symmetric apparel of a fly bandit. Mohawk, aviators, aerodynamics. And it's like I'm an arrow in precise transit. A Christmas Carol lives what your fans get. The world's in peril. words what I transmit as a transcript, or I just spit it off the top. It's either shit or get off the pot. This shit's hot.
Wants to get his own crew. Everybody wants to get his own crew rich, and then they want the other little people never get a piece of the pie. That don't only go for the pastor. That go for you niggas that think that y'all big too. I understand this. That's why you niggas and backers can't stand me. You niggas just know that I know you can't do nothing if you're broke. Listen to me, young people and old people too. Mostly black people. I'm talking to you.
So, y'all really thought that I was done with y'all? Nah, I'm really down on y'all. Feathers up. We're not going back and forth about this or that, whether your word is bond or whack. Here's a big fat, yellow, white, red, brown, black, Mau Mau, Big Mac, whether earth is round or flat. We want our shit back. Enough with the chit chat. I see through the side ops. Looking past the sci-fi. Third eye gang cyclops. I don't eat pork, but I will fry cops. For foes, my heart's cold as an icebox. I'm saying die ops. From the skybox, I got scope on you pills. The scope with some real ones. Some of our folks are still dumb. Yeah, and blind to the fact that blood, we gon' have this real song. Warrior spirits inside me. That's where it's real from. The world's a stage, page after page, script is played out. They keep us engaged, placate or rage. This is played out. Rules of a dying society should have been disobeyed out. Forehead and knees off the floor should have been prayed out. The draft is on, COVID's no issue. Could've blown it in tissue. Now it's control who blows the whistle, who holds the pistols. The debacle's about who owes who the fiscal. Disregarding the aboriginal issue. We're not going back and forth about this or that, whether your word is bond or whack. Here's a big fat, yellow, white, red, brown, black, Mau Mau, Big Mac, whether earth is round or flat. We want our shit back. A fool is known by his speech, yet if I don't speak, I suffer defeat. I'm other than we, a sucker or me, stand on 2 feet, or turn the other cheek. The wise man known by his silence, mostly disguised compliance, silence by guidance, from conspiring connivance, other aspirants of violence, tyrants of fire, trying and trying to hide, I'm trying to find. In environments of migrants, I'm hearing the sirens. Ring in my ear, they've got indictments. These pedophiles, queers, groupies, and hyping. Alignments, the assignment. I'm not the wisest, I'm non-pliant. My refinement and confinement, the requirements for this climate. Y'all push all the paperwork, or y'all can protest, but they can't escape this work. I vow to progress, don't duck, no wreck. Drill music for real. My soul they don't possess. Real foolish with no deal. Ain't playing with none of them. It's personal, know what the business is. Big Mom says come full circle, so vacate your premises. We're not going back and forth about this or that, whether your word is bond or whack. Here's a big fat, yellow, white, red, brown, black, Mau Mau, or Big Mac, whether earth is round or flat. We want our shit back. We're not going back and forth about this or that, whether your word is bond or whack. Here's a big fat, yellow, white, red, brown, black, Mau Mau, Big Mac, whether earth is round or flat. We want our shit back. Akichiwa.
In my music, and a lot of this music, it's only talking about the suppressed rising. I mean, the oppressed rising up against the oppressor. That's all. That's what my music's about. The oppressed rising up against the oppressor. So the only people that's scared are the oppressors. The only people who could have any harm coming to them are those who oppress. Simple as that.
3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. drop the oppressor, make no surrender. It's time for a change, gotta bounce up. The oppressor's about to get tossed up. I'ma lay him out, execution style, too late when apologetic claim. You wrapped in a cloak of flame, by God, it's over, doing your time is in the end. Lock Jah silent without sin, he put me on the planet with justice to win. The oppressor's about to get rolled on, with some presence attached to the war zone. Revolution can start in the Arizona. I'm a messenger popping like Farrakhan, backed by the honorable, who sits at the pinnacle, who judges the hypocritical, cynical, and the pitiful sinful. My thinking is critical, I'm just ventilating of the actions of the protective service. Quick to pull the Glock, blast and kill. This don't take any type of skill. I'm ill of all citizens who haven't took a stand. Oh, Neil's too late when the caps get bills. Don't believe it till you see type. Going hits close to home, you gotta act the bone, but it got the dome when it's on the zone. All red on my vision through sight. It's killing big kills whenever I fight. From above, I'll be given the right. So you better be ready to ride tonight. On the way to the dawn daylight, we gon' rid them all, so gon' pass the kite. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender.
This world is such a, and when I say this world, I mean it. I don't mean in the ideal sense. I mean in every day, every little thing you do. It's such a, gimme, gimme, gimme. Everybody back off. You know, everybody's like, if you taught that from school, everywhere, big business, you want to be successful, you want to be like Trump, gimme, 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 push, 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 step, 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 crush, crush, crush. That's how it all is, and it's like, nobody ever stopped.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? I'm just getting my little medicine together here for when I get back. I don't like doing any kind of medicine when I go out, so just making my decision. And I think I'm gonna run with the Cashapp. Look up. You know, it's not good to have too much anything, but it's not good not to have anything. So yeah, it helps my back. My back, besides the fact that I've been getting more sleep than I ever got in the last 24 years. I think it's because of the cold, you know, when you're out there working and everything. But my body, you know, when you're sore, you're sore. When things ache that shouldn't ache, you got to make the best of it. And I'll be damn if I ever use any of that crap they tried to feed me. All this deadly, don't solve nothing. And everything, if you research it, it doesn't cure shit that they give you. Okay? It make you addicted, it fucks your mental up and everything else, but they keep pushing it because it's about a damn dollar. Now, you see what it says up there about New York, America. Y'all saw the young person pushed the man into the train. This is about, I don't know, the 7th or 8th. You saw the migrant who set the woman on fire, fanning it to burn it. But they're not showing you everything. No matter what I point out New York, because anybody and everybody that knows anything knows that there was no Wall Street in New York. And when they sacked Oklahoma, they created it up there because fundamentally we were always the richest people up until the 1940s. We wore, no matter the I see old folks right now who witness or who are young, who were brought there for the lynchings of our people, our autochthonous indigenous people on this land. Okay? I remember the establishment of the World Trade Center, Wall Street and all the other BS, by the Federal Reserve, the fictional Federal Reserve. I remember after World War I, after I read to y'all the destruction of our circulatory gold and silver standard by this fake Ponzi scheme of a Federal Reserve and the hostile takeover. Now, I know I haven't read everything because I haven't been reading a lot. I really want to. I'm waiting for more books to come in. I just received this one, Home Apple Therapy, and I know Millennial and Sharon probably and a few others might really dig that, and Baby Go Slaughter. But it's absolutely fabulous. A lot of things in here I grew up knowing. I was nurtured up knowing. A lot of things I apply, but there's so much more I have no knowledge of, and that is the same with the world we live in. Yes, I was a guardian angel. When I was a guardian angel, there was a lot of us. And there were people who were brewing to do the right thing. But you look at Getz, who shot those 5 dumb Negroes. You know what he is. And you know that the purpose of him going out there purposely to do what he did, he was sanctioned to do that. So that they can strip the 2A rights of, this is systemic. You look at Holtz and all these other individuals, right? She is in that position. Everyone hired throughout this so-called country in these fictional states is in position, pole position as discussed the other day, to destroy this country. I can't say how, but a good friend of mine who's ex-Green Beret, I guess he's been retired about 25 years. Or 20 years. When I got out, I had another, I think, 7 years ago before I could retire, like full retire. He had retired a little bit before that, an older gentleman, and I know he'll probably watch this later on, and he was like, you know, there's so much more information, you know, you need to have. So he's going to give me some more information. Anyway, and I'll be able to utilize, I'm not going to give you all of it. It doesn't serve no purpose. Some of the stories he's told me, I'm not at liberty to say on here. I'm not here to deface special forces community or special operators community. Not at all. But to point out the bastardization, just like America has been bastardized by the very people that you so-called vote for, who are put in position. Do you think that they would ever put a righteous person in position? No matter what they did, playing a saxophone, a clarinet, clarinet, the guitar, playing sports. Look at Booker. He's a sellout. He was a sellout, and all of us knew it when he was in Newark. Talking about where he stayed at. A lot of y'all look at these Texas politicians, ex-Navy SEAL, one stepping down because he knows he's full of shit. One staying there because he's really about something, but he's still dealing with these rhinos, these liars. Bought and paid for. What's more pathetic is they know things that you don't know, and they will not inform you because there is a mentality. There's a party mentality where you need to be subjugated, and y'all allow yourselves to be subjugated. New York is horrendous. New Jersey, horrendous. California, horrendous, but you still got people that believe in the lies, their convictions, and know they're doing good things, just like Detroit. They're still using narratives because they're stuck there. You know, I talked to my uncle the other day, and with T, who was here. He's 80 years old, Gary Lee. Magnificent brother, had his knees replaced and everything. He makes sure I stay up to date on certain things, like what's going on. He doesn't do politics and all that, but he knows. He'd be the first to tell you this is our land. When we talk about some of our relatives, you know, he cracks up when I'm talking about Uncle C and Uncle Ted. He's like, "You remember them?" I was like, "Yeah, man, I remember everything set us aside because me and you the oldest men, and making sure we know things that most of the world won't know, and it was up for us through all that hardship and turmoil to teach our siblings, and I wasn't afforded that. If they come and watch, then so be it. Junebug, he's actually fabulous. There's a lot of women who are just discouraged, and it happens because of breakdown of so-called society. in my family as well. The chemicals and the frequencies are really doing their job. Besides the fact that you can buy weed everywhere in New York now, a lot of that weed is no good. I follow individuals, Concrete Jersey. I follow him because he goes out there. He's with a outreach organization for the homeless. And I look at the youth of people who I know's grandbabies and stuff, losing their lower limbs, smoking stuff with tranquilizers and popping pills with tranquilizers. And we're talking about in their 20s, turning 25, and it's hard. Because you see the families let go of these children because they were broken as well. The families. And y'all still believe in a vote. You know what I'm going to say about belief? The lack of knowing. Of knowledge and knowing. And it all plays into the pyramid of this false democracy, which is based on the democracy. Demons. Are you starting to get it? To mock what? Demon, mock of what? See what? Cry what? See? To bring forth the tears, the floodgates, to put you in this proverbial place of disease or sickness. And how do you do that? Well, first off, you make sure people have a whole lot of these greens. Then you make sure some people are well off, and you allow that in the rustling, while you're still hard with this absurdity called policing. Now, a lot of y'all know I follow Dominic Izzo and a plethora of other individuals on the police force, and I respect these guys. And they're retired, and they're starting to see. They're starting to see a lot more perversion, and they're approaching it in a way that I wouldn't, because I don't tolerate stupidity. If you look at YouTube, go over there and check Dominic Izzo out, okay? He goes hard on citizens and everything, so don't get discouraged and get emotional. Everyone has to walk the walk and learn. He's a martial arts, you know. Same thing Bruce Lee did, boom, boom, the old Wing Duddy, Wing Chun and all that, and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and on that level I respect him. As far as being a police officer, I know that he did garbage like all the police officers I know. But that does not define an individual. Just like these broken individuals don't define who they really are. It does show the character of the actor and actresses that they're carrying themselves. Sadly, most of them will never be able to change that. But if you don't know where to start and look at, how can you ever come to the conclusion of what's going on? It's obvious who's in control of all the platforms. It doesn't matter the minions who are mindless who follow along, the tokens. Now, if you get stuck in that, then you just start becoming a mem menace, a master of memes, a master of memes who's a menace, a mem menace who's a master. Doesn't matter which way you put it, it's all the same vernacular. My back is killing me. Hold on. My back is sore. Everything you see happening, they had National Guard by twos. Some of the most out of shape police officers looking like they just ate a whole 12-pack of donuts and drank half a cow's worth of milk, processed, and ate a whole bunch of bologna. Ate a whole bunch of bologna and cheese sandwiches. Now, I'm not looking at Fruitvale Station, what happened with those ignoramuses, those racists, those dummies. They were selected and voted in by the same dummies who think they're rich, they belong to something, maybe fake Luciferians and fake satanic worshipers, Moloch, and there's a plethora of other things that I don't want to get into here. This is not what this is about. So y'all know about Fruitvale Station, right, San Francisco, when they murdered that brother? As innocent as he was. Just like these goofies who are not arrested. But you still believe, especially my light skins, y'all still believe in trumpeters. And then you have a bunch of black, light skin, darker shades who believe in Kamala. They don't even know what the hell. When I said that about being about a demon, I looked all through. I was looking for anything related on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram. I was the first one to put it out there about these demons because I knew about the Gujars, I knew about the Desert Devils. I asked y'all to look at it, the Hatak people, this, that, and the other, and y'all still choose not to because a lot of you still walking around with an ego. You want to argue and fight about something you have nothing about. You don't have the principles to have a sturt understanding about the basic, simple commodity of walking together and being sound in that, because no one's going to do it alone by themselves. Some of you still attempting to figure out who and what I am. You need to leave it alone. If it was that deep, they would probably all came all with the little fake black suits and everything, and I had to eviscerate something. I'm not here for that. You don't even know what you're here for. That's what y'all need to be working on. You need to stop think that you're thinking. Thinking that you think. You just need to apply, research, and become more valuable to self. If you don't, but you actually would be walking with me if you did, but you need to take the time and look at these little tiny things. Because all these things are going on. I mean, I remember when I was living in New York, you jumped the turnstile, they had cameras and everything. Them guys would come running out the little back room and which is a misdemeanor. You're not supposed to get arrested and locked up. But when you have deplorable people you put in certain positions to do certain things, this is what you get. Okay? I know you probably couldn't hear me when I did it. That's why it says hold on. Let me pull this over. Whew. So right now, it's about 41 degrees. It's supposed to get up no more. Remember I was saying we're going to be in the 50s for a little bit. We're going to get in down to 40s, and at night it's going to get into the 20s, which is pretty cold. I'm only pointing this out because I know that a lot of you aren't tough enough to deal with that. Is that me throwing something in your face? Of course it is, because you're not. You don't want to allow yourself. But the funny thing is, it's going to be cold. It's going to get back up to warm. The 60s and 70s is going to go back down to about the 40s. But right now, roughly about a week or two, we're going to have pretty much the coldest period. I go back over histories over the years. But this is also manipulation. They must keep up the gambit, but they have a network big enough to keep it up. But you refuse to become the network, to not be stuck on what they're doing, to elevate yourselves. I got on white shirt. Hold on. I know the women like, boy, look at that Adam's apple. It's not an Adam's apple. It's the larynx, the vocal cords, and everything. Anyway, I'm not here to do medical terminology and all that. And, hey, baby, go slaughter. Hey, Delusion, Sharon, Dev D, Kevin Ward, last somewhat decent president, Ronald Reagan. No, he was garbage, too. Dev D, Grand Ascension. Ain't been no good president, not even Jimmy Carter. Hey, Dev D. Kevin Ward is good to have. Yeah. It's good to have y'all up in here. Millennial, what's up, mama? I like your tent, Red, and your outfit and the cool stuff you show. Ah, man, I appreciate it, honey. Fred, what's up, beloved? Last word. It's good to have y'all up in here, all of you. Tarek, what's going on? Yeah, I watch a lot of videos. I don't always send super chats, but I attempt to. But I see the same people who are in certain things doing the same thing. They're mindless, and I don't. It doesn't faze me one bit. But I gotta finish drinking this, man. Oh God. Last night, 1 o'clock. I'm looking at the TV screen. T-Bop, he's out. And a hornet lands on the screen. It just out of nowhere. Any of y'all have an idea what that can allude to or mean? I'm dead serious. I went in the garbage and showed T this morning that it was still alive. I didn't kill it. I just took it in a napkin. So it would be there because I wasn't going to go back outside. I wanted to make sure that I was looking at what I saw. And he'll tell you himself. I showed him. He saw the big hornet. There's no way for a hornet to get in here, y'all. That was for me. So please, just sit in here and be silent and listen. Don't act like you think you know anything, because obviously you don't. When your mouth runs a gamut, that means that you're not silent, you're in a circle of many, and you haven't found yourself to be a loner. Do you know the importance of being a loner? Or walking with those in like mind? You start on a progressive stack of reality. Those of you who just run around blah, 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 saying nothing, you're not convincing anything or anyone. I'm not Meal, drop any of them. Though I respect honorably and we're internally bonded as well. Because my heart is with them, as my gut and my mind. Don't you dare come over here thinking that you're something different in your composure of destruction, all right? Don't play because you're suicidal. I don't care. I'm to elevate and have you walk on a different platform, not with these fools with egos run the riff of time of lies. So don't be here to blah, 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 blah. Don't even know what the hell I'm saying, because you have yet to acquiesce the truth of your foundation of your existence and everything that merges and makes you what you are fundamentally. Oh, Mac, what's up, big boy? So my dukes, I said, what's up? I'm about to break in, because my other one's all painted up. The other one's down in the shed. I'm about to break in another pair of my Air Force Ones today. I'm going out today. We're going to pick the wood up tomorrow, y'all. I'm going to do a video showing you all the wood we purchased. I'm going to go out and we're going to get some pizza or something today. I just want to sit back, watch movies in this beautiful cold weather. Maybe make a fire, have y'all sit by, pick up some more wood. I want to get some mesquite that's out there in Sierra Vista or Tucson. I respect everything that respects itself. We're in a very bad time. A very bad time. And I see a lot of people doing a lot of talking, but I don't see them doing nothing. Just talk. I see people from New York who feel some kind of way because I said the men are effeminate. Well, the reality is I get updates and information from a plethora of individuals who I saw it as well. When I was in Brooklyn, I saw all this gatum going on when I was 16. We didn't see all that. It didn't mean it wasn't happening. But right now, people are so busy over there giving you this false impression because they're dancing on 42nd. Foreigners, everybody. Hold on, people. Jesus Christmas. Look, this thing keeps falling off. Hold on. God dog it, man. What in the friggin' heavens the friggin' frack? Are you kidding me? No wonder. Look at this sheep. Oh, there it is. There it is. Look at this cheap ass. It should be facing the other way. Good gracious. Oh, crying, hooting Eddie. Dog it, man. Jesus Christmas. What kind of oh my goodness. You kidding me? The fuck? Excuse my language. It's fucking stupid. If you do the same thing all at the same time, looking for something different, you're gonna keep getting the same results. God damn it, man. Ugh. Jesus Christ. No wonder it blew over. Anyway. Coming in, T? Oh, is that you, Ganja? Ganja came on and said, is he all right? No, I'm good, Ganja. The thing fell over, bro.
That was me. I thought you was calling me.
No, the thing fell over, bro. I was like, what in the heck? Do we got one of them little pigs running around out here? I thought one of them little pigs out here running around. We got the little javelinas, they will tear stuff up. But yeah, get ready to break in my new. Then I knew. Well, yeah, kind of. I like my Air Force Ones, I'm sorry, y'all, because when they first came out, they were cheap, like $25, $30. You see what I'm saying, how they get rich off of us and our ignorance? We could have all chipped in. Famous Amos, I'll give you an example. We could have chipped in, we could have had our own sneakers and everything. Famous Amos on Main Street, East Orange, New Jersey. It was a diner in Washington and Maine. It's a karate studio. All right, David Bell started going to. I used to go to it when the first stepped up, but I didn't like it. So it's a diner right there. I used to go to the best real home fries, best double smash burger, cheddar cheese on Reuben or rye bread. And we used to sit in there because we sold weed out there, and that was where we hung out. And there was another diner, a couple of diners down Main Street. So Famous Amos used to go around, and he came in there as me, Abdul, Donald Smith, me, Abdul. Hassan was outside. My brother Salik, Reg, my brother Reg. Rajan was doing his crazy thing with Kabir and all them. Who else was there? Malik. Was Tony there? We were sitting in the back booth, like one of those little booths. He comes in and we're like, yo, what's those cookies? They're like, this brother Famous Amos, he might come through. He's making some offers. Now I'm sitting there with about $2,000, $3,000 in my pocket. Hell, I got about $5,000 worth of weed in a bag, you know. And people just come in, they, you know, like, yo, I need an ounce, cuz, you know, back then you get an ounce of that, you know, Percocet to me, or yellow, you know, hair, blonde hair, you know, the good stuff. For like $25 an ounce. You know, dime bag, you know, in New York, you sell for a nickel. I mean, you can break it down and sell, I mean, a nickel you can sell for a dime bag. A nickel bag in New York, you can sell for a dime bag in Jersey. Or certain places. Like I said, I used to pick up pounds of weed. And, you know, it's Jamaican, Haitian, greased up steroid. I don't know what they were, with bodies chopped up in the back. Oh, anyway, he comes in there. Second time I see him, because the first time I was at the barbershop, I didn't know who he was, but the cookies were there too. And he makes an offer that I was stupid and refused. He says, gentlemen, you give me $25, maybe $50, and in 10 years you'll be rich. Well, two of my friends were rich when I was in the military, 10 years down the road. I'm talking about multimillionaires because they donated $50 to Famous Amos cookies. Ganja has land here. I'm not offering now. The offer always is open. I'm not offering. We said you come here, set up, get a shed, bring your RV, bring your truck. We get hot tents. We work. We chip in. We don't. Nobody goes without. Ganja tell you, like right now, right? I'm gonna throw Ganja some money for his electric and gas because it's what I do. All right, we're gonna go out and get some pizza for them babies, this, that, and we're gonna, you know what I'm saying? I might have a beer today. I might go live and laugh and joke with y'all. Just cut the carpet, just to have a moment. No insecurities. We're gonna get the wood. We just it's $200 a piece worth of wood, lumber. Do y'all know how much lumber that is? I mean, imagine I was decided to build a structure out of 2x4s. One 2x4x10 is only $325, $375. We're using 2x6 by 18s by 20s. We're using all kind of stuff, 6x6s. We're using treated stuff. There's a lot of things that go into building. Okay. Besides the fact that I've already spent about what, $5,000 on brand new equipment. I know scary times. I don't want you to think that way. I know there's a lot of lies and people are apprehensive. I know we're dealing with a deviation based on deviance. Deviance, right, creates a deviation from the natural because it creates this distortion, right? Like wars. You're living in your house 50 years married to this, or 60 years married to this man, that woman for this entire 50 to 60 years. And all of a sudden, 2 houses down, the house goes up, blows up, your windows break, your car's on fire. And you have no way because you're older to get out of there. And there's death, stench of it everywhere. Or floods coming through, and you go back because your house still stands, but the stench is so putrid from bodies or animals, what have you. That creates that dilemma, that separation, that deviance, based on the, what I'm saying, of the deviation, the deviation based on the, the deviance of what's going on. That could happen anywhere. We're talking about people who are just tired of dealing with the world they've created. I was never really part of it in the first place. But how do you learn? You have to go through it, right? So right now in all these grand cities and all these places with people running around in a muck, thinking that it's going to work out, they're just going to take what they want. You remember when the liberals were allowing people to steal from the stores, Rite Aid, Walgreens, the pharmacies, all that stuff, right? CVS's and stuff. Those individuals that are doing it, they weren't struggling that bad. Because the frequencies are off. The chemicals play a role. Hell, y'all don't look nothing like what you did 500 years ago. Hey, Canada, what's going on, baby? Hey, did you hear about they're trying to say, like Trump, like a lot of people in Canada are from here originally, but they're trying to say Canada, if they get rid of that, become 51st. I thought it was already 51st. We got Hawaii and Puerto Rico that they don't even recognize. This is all one land and one world and one people. The rulers are divvying up. This is the deviation based on the deviant behavior of all these fictional governments. And because the people want some more to be better than everybody, but they don't want to be better themselves. Did you hear about that though? Like, what is that all about? Like, to me, Canada was always part of this. Fought side by side in all the wars as one people. I remember being in the Navy, having 3 friends of mine, my brothers who were from Canada, serving in the United States Navy. I mean, I couldn't even figure that one out. Do you see what I'm saying? That the deviance of these selected tokens to do what they do, and yet people, why do the masses forget what it was established in the beginning? How did y'all forget that they don't control you? You're supposed to control them. Trump is not no great messiah leader. He's supposed to hear you and do as you ascribe, and he subscribes to it and make sure it's done. When did it flip? Well, they had to bring down, you know who? They had to bring down the trade centers. They had to do all these little things. The systemic, this pyramid. Then they miseducate the children. And then grab the sickest and the worst of the worst. And who those survive the training be the ones out here with a false conviction to do anything they want to you because you don't know that you have control. Like Trudeau was a bastard, just like Biden, all of them. I'm not into politics. I'm not against or for them. Somebody said, but you said if you were, yeah, here goes the liberal. If I was going to vote, it would have been for Trump. You're damn right. If I were to vote, but I don't do that. Y'all want the faster death? You got it. Y'all got your Trudeaus, your Bidens, and so on and so on and so on. You put your emperor, your fake emperors with new clothes in the positions to do exactly what you desired and wanted in ignorance, because you're so divided. Do you think that in New York and New Jersey, all the things that go on would happen if everybody was armed? It wouldn't be no senseless killing. If that's the case, we'd be out here killing each other like crazy. Everyone walk around here with a firearm in their hip and a rifle. And we're more humble and respectful because it's not even about, we don't even see the guns. But because they inundate you with these bastards, these dual citizen monkeys, Bloomberg and all of them, you can't see the truth because you allow the bad people to run around and do the things they do. I remember when they disarmed Canada, and I watched the calamity and everything as it systemically started falling, just like the liberal states. Yeah, but in Oregon, I know people that own rifles and guns. They don't play along to the same Fiddler on the Roof or Pied Piper. They don't want to be enamored with this glorious song for some you-know-who on the roof, and then this other one leading them into the mousetrap. You know what I mean? It's mind-boggling, isn't it? The simplest thing, and no one can see it. The simplest thing. I gotta finish this drinking this stuff. Come on. And no one can see it. When you open a ninja, it goes poof, and everything goes everywhere. It's like you're doing splatter painting or something. I don't know. A lot of us will listen and look for things to qualify where we're at in our state of mind, instead of allowing ourselves to choose our state of mind. We'll allow everything outside of us and everything else and everyone else to qualify that moment of existence of lies, to create, take more of something out of nothing. Watch that. And all he had to do was the handful of us to come together. Forget all that revolution. Look, man, stop moving with the mindless. Stop feeding into all the narratives. They're giving that stuff energy. They're creating. You have a platonic relationship outside of yourself, which is deviation. So therefore it's deviance. What happened to the platonic relationship you have with the God body, your truth of existence? Is it because nobody taught you and religion didn't fulfill it? How about the stories fulfill themselves by you giving energy to everything that you qualify by quantifying it in your belief structure that has nothing to do with reality, but what you've subjugated yourself to because you've allowed the tyrannical to govern you. Instead of you governing the tyrannical so they won't be tyrannical, you are going to stay outside instead of being comfortable and nurturing in yourself. Everyone wants to be wise, but nobody does anything based upon wisdom. You can be subjugated, suggested to, and sequestered. You got land. You know what I mean? And you will deny and ignore it because you're outside of yourselves. You can't see the truth. What is the truth? Can anybody tell me what the truth is? Hey, Jody, Kane, what's going on, beloveds? Oh, gosh, I didn't say honey before my fault. George Richard, what's going on? Let's scroll up. Oh, Mike, you know I got you, beloved. Still getting that stuff out. It's still coming out because it's still, But anyway, not to give focus or energy, but the reality is, what is reality? I know someone was saying ignorance. Reality is you can be at right now. You don't know where I'm at. Where you at? Is it one thing? Because again, remember, most people voted because of one thing when there's 1,000 things on the table. And they didn't even know 3/4 of those 1,000 things. And they ignored the rest because it went against their perversion or their idea of what should be to make them happy in that one moment. Look at the gay community. I want to be able to marry a man or a woman, somebody like me, right? I should be able to walk down the middle of the street with leather on and a red ball in my mouth with a chain around my neck. Who with sense wants to go out there and let the baby see that? Do you see what I'm saying? The embarkation of these idiots, when there's a whole lot of people in the so-called gay community, as if that should be something, it should just be a community of life and people have their life choices. And maybe somewhere in that, if it wasn't so many chemicals and bad frequencies, people would make different choices. They look at that one thing and screw everybody else, but you have a system of tyrants who are parlaying with that. Lori Lightfoot, I don't have to get into all the individuals. You know they're all right, whatever. That's Fred Sanford used to say, right? To Grady, I don't know, Fred. So that's the bit. But that one thing they run to when there's a whole lot of other stuff. I have yet to see any gay people talk about pedophilia in a negative light. I'm not saying they don't. But with everything going on, Flicky Flocky, Insta groups, F, and fake book, You see everything. You see it all. And when I come across, I look at and they're deviants. So they've deviated from the truth of life and existence. It's not saying all, but it's a fact. And they think they're doing this on their own accord, and they're not. T-Bone just walked in and stepped into the building. Y'all really need to look at these things, y'all. Because everybody is being subjugated against, well, I can't say against your will because you don't even know what your will is. And you've allowed all of you as one organism have allowed all the toxins and poisons in. And all they're doing is doing lobotomies and letting you cannibalize one another. That's all I got to say. You can share this, you can argue, you can debate it, you can feel however you want. I have no control. I'm not tyrannical. I'm not all over y'all like, I'm pointing out things that you should look at. There's no harm to the so-called gay community or the whatever. I mean, what was that boy love, the men love boys net group? Oh, there's so many. Just, how did they come into existence? Why is the FBI saying no, not in this country? Not against, no. Why is the CIA going, though it has nothing to do with the merger of keeping America safe, we will not let outside influences embark against the people based upon the fake government that radicalized people in the early 20th century and the latter part of the 19th century in the hostile takeover of my ancestral republic. And that's from a real Indian. That's right, a real one. Not a mestizo. You know what that means? A Negro and half Spaniard, Portuguese, whatever you want to call it. That's not too disembarking. Put the Freya that they're not our brothers and sisters, because they are. Deviation because of the deviants. And many of those on the other side don't even know their truth of origin. But they're accepted and welcome, regardless. Because all of you are subjugated by very few. The greater number has been transposed, and here you all running around acting a complete, I don't want to use those words. Yeah. What T said. When are you all going to get it together? Huh? Appreciate y'all taking the time. You could donate. Sienna, thank you for that $5, baby girl. I know it's been a minute, but appreciate you, hon. The rest of y'all have a grand day. We do got some things to do. All right? Let's get it together. Okay? And share it out there. You can see on my page, I reschedule it, I think it was Friday, right? The podcast, I want everybody to come in there and bring your friends, whoever they may be. I might have a rabbi who's about 4 years older than me. He's about 60, whatever, right? He says if he's able, he would love to come in. And he's from Queens, New York. He lives in Brooklyn, but he's from Queens, New York. He's hospitable, respectful, responsible. And he has some things he could share. We'll see. So with that being said, beloved sisters and brothers all over, I might see you later.